I previously made a video going over the 5 most evil things you could do in Cyberpunk, and if I'm being honest, it was the most fun I had making a video in a long while. It's just something about being the antagonist that gets my blood flowing. Well, this little epiphany prompted me to make a part 2. If you thought some of the choices in the last video were bad, then this video has some choices that'll make you a real petty mother. So let's go ahead and get into 5 more evil choices in Cyberpunk 2077. One of my least favorite side quests in the game has to be the Beat on the Brat questline, where you participate in fistfights for money. But there is one part of this quest that's extremely wholesome. The fight in the Glen is up against Caesar. He's actually a pretty cool dude. However, his wife is mad at him for gambling on fights, since they have no money. In fact, Caesar is betting his car instead of money because he has no money. Now, assuming you win, you have the option to take your money back and let him keep the car. You can take his car but give him the money, or just give him both, where he will name his kid after you.
Any ideas for a name?
Something with a V?
But there is another option. You can take both the money and the car, leaving Caesar and his 9-month pregnant wife with absolutely nothing. I get that you technically won fair and square, but everyone in Haywood is supposed to be chooms, and you could either get your money back or just take the car. So simply taking both and leaving Caesar's family with nothing is truly monstrous.
My knight in shining armor. How do we get home now, huh? On foot?
I'll think of something, okay? Just calm down for Christ's sake.
River Ward is by far the worst romance option in Cyberpunk, but just because he's a creepy weirdo that lives in his sister's mobile home located in a trailer park doesn't mean he's not a person. After doing the initial job for Elizabeth Perales, River will call you asking for help. His nephew is missing and the guy who abducted him has been caught and is in a coma. This means the police have no way of actually finding him and the other missing boys. You'll have to break into the police department and have River's friend get some memory BDs for you, which are supposed to help you find the missing kids. Well, you can actually just refuse to help. If at any point in this quest you decide to ditch River, he will rush in with no plan and get killed. Of course, this can just be chalked up to the fact that he decided to go in with no plan and get himself killed, so it's not really your fault. But you could instead help River all the way through the quest until the very end where you get to the farm where the missing kids are being held, and then just ditch River. He will ask you where you are, but eventually he'll just rush into a minefield with 4 turrets like a complete idiot and die. Putting my feelings about River being a total moron aside, it is kind of cruel to help River look for his missing nephew just to ditch him at the last minute and watch him die. But you're not just killing him. You're killing River, his nephew, and 2 other kids who are also being held. Not only that, you're also breaking up Joss's family, who is completely innocent in all of this. And she's actually pretty nice. Seriously, why couldn't I romance Joss instead? Pepe is not only the bartender at Coyote Coho, but he's a close friend in your inner circle along with Jackie and Vic. But this isn't about him. This is about his wife Cynthia. Pepe thinks his wife is cheating because his son looks nothing like him and Cynthia has been acting strange and secretive. He hires you to follow her after work to see where she goes, so you'll need to roleplay as Sniper Wolf for a while. But when you follow her, she leads you into a sketchy building to meet with another man. Now you could act like my former fat coworker with an attitude bigger than Texas, come to your own conclusions on something you know nothing about, and storm off calling it a done deal. Or you could just hear her out and she'll tell you that the guy is a special plastic ripper doc. You see, Cynthia's entire body is fake. Everything about her is a lie. All women know how to do is lie. Once you've heard Cynthia's explanation, you can either tell Pepe the truth, which will fix their marriage, which is the more desired outcome of the quest, or you can simply not explain the situation at all. This outcome does not fix their marriage. In fact, Pepe will throw Cynthia to the streets, where she belongs, ruining their entire marriage and leaving their kid with separated parents. Cynthia will even call you to chew you out for ruining her marriage, despite knowing the truth.
Hi, it's Cynthia, Pepe's wife. Remember me? Anyway, I guess it was just another day in the life for you. And me? Well, it was the end of mine. Pepe threw me out. I'm out on the street. I just hope you're proud of yourself.
But we can actually take this a step further. Playing the quest before Phantom Liberty, and then siding with Songbird and betraying Solomon Reed, you will make your way towards the United City spaceport with Songbird, where one of the receptionists is actually Cynthia, who will have a total meltdown at work. Not that I can blame her after what we did.
You bitch! Left my marriage in shambles, now you're gonna parade your ass in front of my face? Get out of my life and stay the fuck away from Pepe!
But it doesn't stop there. Not only did you cause Cynthia to have a mental breakdown at her job, but choosing this path for Phantom Liberty eventually results with President Myers and the NUS going no Russian on the place. And once you finish the DLC, you can come back to the spaceport to find a memorial for all of those who died, along with Cynthia crying over the loss of her friends and co-workers. So not only did you ruin Cynthia's marriage, destroy her family, force Pepe's child to grow up without a mother, and cause her to have a mental breakdown at work, but you also ended up killing all of her friends. Oh, you thought I was done? You might have missed this little detail, but Cynthia is actually pregnant. And after what you did to her, you probably ended up causing a miscarriage, killing her baby. It was me, Cynthia. This might actually be worse than the medical truck incident. Name a character who went through more pain than Cynthia. I'll wait. This next one is going to be a collection of runner-ups because I honestly couldn't find a fifth evil choice for this video. So these are going to be a few not really evil but more like small or dickish choices that I've seen people comment about that you can make that'll definitely add up to some bad karma. During the Watson gig Dirty Biz, a popular televangelist's son is murdered and scrolled for an XBD, and you're hired to recover the raw footage for proof of what happened. You'll come across two guys who beg for their life, and the average person would just kill them. But you could just not kill them and let them continue to kidnap and brutally murder kids. During the Watson gig Woman of Mancha, you take a hit job on a cop named Anna Hamill, but Regina hires you specifically because she wants you to solve the issue without killing her, which you can easily do by just talking to her, or you could just shoot her instead. Good luck getting another job from Regina after that betrayal. There's a guy in Watson named Flaming Crotch Guy. His crotch is on fire. His dick replacement went on the fritz and now his balls are about to explode, so he needs a doctor. A sentence I can't believe I just said. He wants you to drive him to a nearby Ripper dock, but you could just not do that. Eventually he'll jump out of the car and his crotch will just explode. Horrible way to go. But none of these choices are worse than changing the police system and making it 10 times worse. The last evil choice is an interesting one, and I'll just come out and say it. Playing Phantom Liberty. Now I know what you're thinking, why would I skip Phantom Liberty after paying $30 for it? This will obviously contain spoilers, so I shouldn't have to say it, but regardless of the choices you make in Phantom Liberty, many people will die, and even more innocent lives will be taken. A simple rescue op takes turn after turn, and you just get sucked in further and further, and many people will die because you chose to save the president. You want to side with Solomon Reed? You gotta kill a bunch of honest working boys in blue in cold blood for simply doing their job. You want to side with Songbird? Congrats Makarov, you just shot up an airport and killed hundreds of civilians. However, when Songbird initially hires you for the job after you meet with her, you can just ignore her and this will actually cause President Myers to crash and be killed. So you successfully prevented a bunch of innocents from dying. Or did you? The only reason another war doesn't break out after the attempt on the president's life is because of you and Reed. You're both tasked with killing Kurt Hansen and capturing Songbird. By letting the president die, you essentially started another war where many more innocent people will inevitably be killed. So by playing Phantom Liberty period, even with the secret ending, you're signing the death warrants of thousands of innocent people. There you have it, that was 5 more evil choices in Cyberpunk. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to make another evil choices video for Cyberpunk, but if you want to see more Cyberpunk or other videos on RPGs, then feel free to subscribe. Anyways, I will see you later.